Alright, so this is going to be an unboxing and review of this portable refrigerator. I bought this for myself. I didn't have anyone send this to me, so yeah, I got this on Temu. After tax and everything, I think it was like around $2.21 or something. Alright, so there's a car, outdoor, and home, multiple use, negative 20 degrees Celsius, high cooling performance, quiet compressor, and low power consumption, intelligent temperature control system. Oh, why is it not? This is a 50-liter, right? Here you go. This is the model. It's a 50-liter portable refrigerator, black and gray. Okay. What's this? The weight, 42 pounds, 48.3. Uses 60 watts, 12 volt or 24 volt. Okay. And here you go, portable refrigerator. All right, so let's go ahead and open this thing up. All right, first thing, we'll cut it open. It's taped really well on the sides. Okay, cut that open, and we'll cut this. Go, and cut that. Alright, it has some styrofoam packing, as you can see, and if you're wondering why I record everything, just go ahead and fast forward, but this is so people can see how to repackage it. Oh man, the styrofoam's missing. How's that? From factory, it's missing a piece of styrofoam. Weird. Okay, anyways. There you go, and then this baggie, I guess, just comes off. Interesting. They didn't tuck it underneath or anything. Styrofoam is all flying everywhere. It does have a little plastic thing protecting the screen. Let's see how I can get this out to show you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna grab from here and here. There are two handles, and we can just lift it out. Okay, and inside the box, if you need to see that, that's what's there. Okay. Alright, so it has the room for the wheels and then the front portion. So we'll set that aside. And here is the fridge. So the wheels already work. I don't know what you guys can see. Okay, it looks like, oh yeah. So the handle is here. Let's see, there's two locking latches on each side. So you have to slide them to lock or spring. Okay, now it's locked. You have to push these downwards and then or towards the refrigerator. Okay, let's see, how does this wrap on here? Do I just tear it? How'd they even get this on here? What? I don't know what you guys can see. Sorry, I'm just gonna tear this off. Okay, just like that. So there's the mechanism. Okay, I'm not too sure what these little holes are for. There's some little latch holes. Okay, it looks the same on both sides. I don't know what you guys can see. I'll do a close-up later. I'll pick up the camera so I can show you all around. Okay, so the door opens like this. So you can only open from a specific side, but the doors should be removable, it says. Okay, so there's the little notch. Let me see if I can show. There's a little notch. Actually, it's probably better if I just leave it zoomed out. And it comes with a little cutting board. Okay, so this, you can pull it. Oh, okay, it comes out sideways. So do we need to remove a certain side first? Oh, okay. You have to close one and then you can take out one, I think. Yep. So if you see this little notch here, so you basically have to rotate it to get the door off. And then if you want to put it on the other side, it has this little thing that goes in the hole, okay, and the other notch. So if you want, you can turn it around. Let's see, how can we, okay, so it goes in like that. Since this side has the hole, I don't even know what you guys can see, but this side has a hole, so you have to slide that in first. Okay. I don't know why you would want it halfway, but you can. So you get that in the hole first, then you line this up and push it down. And I think it's in. There we go. And there we go. So now you have one door going that way, one door going that way. I don't know. I mean, you probably wouldn't do back and forth like this, but depending how you're putting it in your car, you'll probably want the doors to open a certain direction. So for me, having it going this way is actually the right direction. So we'll close that up, get this back in. Line it back up. Okay, get that in, and there we go. Oh, okay, actually, it shouldn't like be hard to get out. It just slides in and out easily if you have it at the right angle. Okay, so make sure to get it at the right angle. Why isn't it? No, it doesn't want to do it. I'm so confused now. Okay, there we go. And now it's easy. Okay, let me give you guys a close-up view. So here we go. You can see the screen here. It has a little USB port. It's a slow USB port though. Probably only 5 watts, maybe at most 10. But the white connector usually means it's USB 1, which is going to be like 5 watts. I'm going to peel this stuff off just because it's all wrinkly and gross looking. Normally if it was on very flat and smooth, I would leave it there, but I can't even get it off actually. I might have to just leave it there. If you want to remove it, you're probably going to have to get a piece of tape, stick it on, and peel it off because there's no easy removal tab, and it looks like they actually wrap it, oops, sorry, it looks like they actually wrap it around there. So here's the handle. Interesting design. I don't know why they designed it that way. There's a little bit of a lip to grab, but not too much. Okay, and again, I don't know what these holes are for, maybe to tie it down. Okay, here is the outlet. Oh man, all this stuff is static stuck. So this, I guess, is a little storage tray. I don't know what you would need that for. Oh, this is for a battery pack. You see the connector up there? So they put a little storage door here, but you can buy a battery to put in there. Let me clean this real quick. All right, got the styrofoam out of there. You can see the outlet. It's 2 plugs, and it looks like there's a fuse thing here. So to get the fuse out, it looks like you have to go from here. You need like, oh, I guess you don't need a tool. And there's the fuse. It's blue. I can't read the numbers on it, but that's the fuse. Nice. Okay, easy to replace. So line that back up and put that back in. All right, so we put that back in. Sorry for the wobbliness. It's hard to record this kind of thing. All right, let's see if I lift it up. I don't want to scrape it up, but here you can see that's what the little rubber feet look like on the bottom. And it has this, what's that? Cyclopentane insulation blowing gas. So that's what they use for the gas. All right, here's what it looks like inside. We'll plug it in a bit. There is a drain here. Okay, it doesn't unscrew, it's just these rubber gaskets, but twisting it helps. So you can actually drain the water out there. Nice, for easy cleaning, you can just spray a bunch of water in there. Okay, and then this, I think these are the, how it blows the cold air in or something. There's a, I believe that's a light there and there. Okay, then you have this little box here. There's this with the model information, capacity, voltage, and all that. They tell you what temperatures to put certain foods. Okay, so certain foods you want warmer or colder temperatures. Alright, here's the little cutting board. So the cutting board, you just twist this to get it out of the way. And then this whole thing, oh, it kind of goes sideways because the little clip's there. I don't know where you would get another one of these if it gets worn out or dirty or gross and you want to replace it, but yep, you got a cutting board. I like how they made a little handle for easy access to grab it out. And then you can just, oh, it's slippery on this surface, so this is all plasticky, so I don't know if you'd want to use that as your surface to cut on, but you can. It'll slide all over the place. Okay, so it's just something nice to have. There is a little groove around the edges to catch juices, but because it's so thin, obviously you can't catch too many juices, so make sure if you're cutting something that, oh, this thing is kind of loose now. I don't know. All right, well, this might fall out because it wiggles around, but there we go. All right, let's go ahead and take a look inside the little box. Okay, there you go, looks like that. And it opens, I'm assuming, yep. Okay, the sides go like that. And here we go. So, we got the AC adapter. There's a manual here. I'll go through this. If you don't want to see the manual, obviously you can just fast forward over, but I'll show that. And we have a cigarette lighter port or 12 volt, 24 volt plug, and then you have a regular same AC adapter. You can see the AC adapter. It's a 100 to 240 volts, so you can use it in all the countries. There's the model. Okay, 14.5 volt, 6 amps. So there's 87 watt. So that uses less than what it says the thing it uses, so it's more powerful than necessary. All right, let's take a look at the manual. We'll plug it in. I'll plug this in actually, and then we'll go over the manual. All right, so if you look at my truck bed, if I close this, it's gonna hit it, right? So I'm probably gonna turn around so the handle faces the other side. Yeah, it's gonna hit. You see that? Actually, even with the handle, it's still gonna. So how would I line this up in here? Let me turn around and see. All right, let's see, with the handle sticking out like that. So that way if I close it, let's see, will it still hit? I think it will. It's getting close. Uh-oh. Okay, well, that will kind of hit. So, I don't know. How am I gonna, I'm gonna have to push it even further back. I thought that would be the right amount, but nope. Okay, so maybe there. Okay, just barely under, but you can see it's gonna hit there. So I'll probably put it towards the back, and then we'll just run the cable. I'll see if it fits inside the car. Let's see. All right, so if I don't care about losing 2 seats, then it fits here. We can open this. All right. And yeah, so either I'll have to put it in the truck bed or I'll have to have it take up 2 seats here. So depending on how I'm traveling, yeah, we can do that. If I have someone really short, maybe I can rotate it sideways and move that chair really far forward. I don't know. That might not be a nice compromise. All right, let me plug this in and then we'll see how cold it gets. All right, so let's open up this. See what we got inside. Pretty sure it's just 3 pieces. Okay. Oh, actually, this one plugs directly into it. Okay, so I won't need that because my car doesn't use that. The plug portion is removable. It's a standard 2-prong kind of thing. All right, let's go ahead and remove these twist ties so we can get it plugged in and started. All right. Okay, so just untwist these guys. All right, and the cable, let me see, how long is this? This is maybe, with both ends. You can get longer versions of these 2-prong cables, so if you need longer, or just use an extension cable. Yeah, there's always that option. So let me see, the cable here, if I were measuring it, it's about a little over 6 feet probably. Okay, so if you have a thing, make sure you can fit about 6 feet. All right, so this can only plug in one way. As you can see, it has a little notch there, so that's kind of not nice. I have to plug it this way, but it's like my other refrigerator that I have. I have another mini fridge, so you have to put it a certain way. So if I want to see the temperature, I'd have to turn this around and then have it inside, which I guess is okay. Then maybe I turn this around and then have the handle here, and then if I want to mess with the temperatures, I'll go from that side. So let me do that. All right, so I switched the doors and I turn this around, so now you have the handle here, so it's easier if you want to roll it out. Okay, you can roll it out the door. All right, so I turn the handles here, so now you open it that way, and also you have access to the cutting board on this side. Let's go plug it in. Okay, so one thing, this does not have a polarity plug, so you can plug this in upside down, right side up, it doesn't matter. There's no correct way to plug this in, so let's plug that in. Okay, and then we'll plug this guy in. The outlets are already on, so let's go ahead and take a look at the controls here. So you have this, you can turn it on, I'm assuming. Did I turn my outlets on? Give me a second. Alright, so I turned on the outlets and I heard a beep. Let's turn this on, you can see. Alright, so you have the settings. You can go to, well, I guess we'll read the booklet for that, but you can see the temperature. So right now the temperature inside is 75 Fahrenheit. Okay, I think we're gonna need 32 for the freezer. So this, it has an L for the large one and S for the small one, I'm pretty sure. and we'll have to figure out what these buttons do. So I'll read the manual. I'm pretty sure if you like hold buttons down or something, then it will change things. But yeah, for now I'll make the small one the freezer and the big one the fridge. I'm gonna just make it super cold. Okay, so the maximum is -4. Oops. And the minimum is -4, and the maximum, okay, you can hold it down. That's slow though. The maximum is 68. All right, so like room temperature. Okay, let's go read the manual. All right, so here you go. Car refrigerator with compressor user manual. This model X30K, X40K, and X50K. Okay, so we have this. I'm just gonna quickly go through the book like this, and then I'm gonna read it myself, and I'll tell you any important stuff. But if for some reason you need to see the whole manual, it will be here, okay? I'll read this stuff to tell you guys what exactly the most important stuff. You can see you can set car battery level if you're running it off the 12 volt or cigarette lighter port socket. What? You can control it from the phone? I guess we'll find out. See, so there's some settings here that most people probably won't know. That's why I like to read the manual, because there's stuff that you won't know. It says not to charge the battery if it's hotter than 43 degrees Celsius outside. You'll have to do the math in Fahrenheit for that. Wait, what? Okay. There's more locks that I don't know about. Is that what's going on? We'll find out. Troubleshooting information. Okay. I guess the one thing with it being inside the car is the food will, or it will stay colder, maybe. Actually, on hot days, I would think the truck bed might actually be colder unless I keep the AC running. Okay, here we go. And actually, I should plug in my car so it can be fully charged while it's doing this. Okay, I think that's it. All right, I'll read this and then I'll be back. Alright, so one thing, I'm a little confused. I think the large one is meant for the freezer because there's only a drain in the large one. And then this is the small one. I mean, you can do either however you want, but I don't know why they didn't put a drain for the smaller one because, well, I guess because the compressor's under there. But they should have a way for it to, like, I don't know, somehow drain to this one. That would have been nice for easier cleanup. So the small one will be harder to clean up. The larger one you can basically put water. So here you can see the lights on the side that I mentioned, and then I guess the coldness comes out from there. I don't know. Actually, it's all cold all right here on the outside wall. So I don't know what this is for. Is that how it detects the temperature? Maybe. Yeah, the bottom here not cold, so the cooling elements are all along the top, it seems. On the refrigerator one, or on the small one, I don't know, it's not cold at all here. So, I don't know, we'll have to give it some time. Alright, maybe I should have set them both to the coldest. I did change the temperature a bit, so it's not 68 anymore for the large one. I put it to 33. Alright, let's go read the manual. I'll read the manual and I'll be back. Okay, first it said to wipe it down with a damp cloth. The setting button changes it from eco and max. So green is eco, and then they called that white is max. I don't know, from this angle it's a little blue, but that's white. Alright. Okay, so if you're plugging into your 12 volt car battery or 24 volt car battery, you can see they have the high, medium, and low battery protection levels. To get to that, you press and hold the settings key for 3 seconds, and then press the setting key again to switch between H1, N1, or L3. So low, N is medium apparently instead of M, and then H for high. Okay, if nothing is detected, the set level will flash for 3 seconds and exit. And if you want to change from Celsius to Fahrenheit, here you go. Change temperature unit between Celsius and Fahrenheit by pressing the settings and plus of the large compartment for 3 seconds. So you press and hold both buttons together, the settings and the plus, okay, of the large compartment. Don't do it on the small one or it won't do anything, I guess. Also, it will remember the last setting, right? As you saw, when I turned it off and on, it remembered the temperatures I set. Okay, so there's an app. Okay, all the app does is it looks like it just lets you control the same stuff that you can control on the screen. Since it's Bluetooth only, I don't really see the point of this. Like, you're already close to the device. I don't know why you would need to change it from your phone. So I'm going to avoid connecting it to my phone because I don't need another app, especially with stuff where you've heard people stealing data and things like that. I don't know. I mean, it's probably fine, but either way, I don't want to like add an extra app for something that's just right behind my seat that I can change. Not like I need to change the settings while I'm driving. Okay, if you do get a battery, then here you go. They have the little battery button on it. So it says press the battery button continuously until the indicator is lighted. Press on off button to power on the fridge. Okay, interesting. So that's how you switch to battery mode. Set battery protection level to L if you are using this battery. Okay, so you want it to be on low. If it's E1, then that means the power in the battery is low or empty. Okay, press the battery button continuously to switch off the battery if you don't need the battery or plan to put away the fridge. Squeeze the 2 battery holders to take out the battery. Keep the battery in slot. Connect the fridge with 12 volt or 24 volt power by cigar lighter, power cable, or home socket. Okay, then battery is charging. Alright, it'll charge even though the fridge is not on, it says. Do not charge the battery in temperatures higher than 40 degrees Celsius. You can also use solar. Alright. Output voltage, it has to be 12 to 18 volts. And maximum current of 8 amps. Right? Does that mean don't put a more powerful amperage solar panel, I guess? Right, ensure battery is kept in the slot. Solar panel charger charges the battery, not power on the fridge directly. So if you want to use solar, then you have to use the battery because otherwise the solar, I guess, isn't consistent enough. Alright, obviously when you use the handle, pull it slowly, don't like yank it because otherwise you can break it, obviously. And I already showed how to lock and unlock it so you can pull it out. Alright, so pretty much went over everything. You can see with the additional battery, you can hold any temperature you set in any situation without worries. If you store ice cream, they say to set it to the lowest temperature and keep it powered. Right, prevent healthy problems from water deterioration caused by high temperature. Okay, keep fresh for frozen food. Luxurious seafood during long traveling. Freshness, tea leaves, things like that. Coating of sunglasses, what? Interesting. Okay, makeup and alcohol and fruits. Anyways, not really much else. That's it. So let's see how it's doing. Alright, and here you can see the large one is already 50 degrees and the small one is 69. So yeah, the large one is the one that does the cooling, it looks like. Actually, I don't know, because if you do it mismatch, right? If you want this to be the freezer, is it going to make that maybe the cooling elements? I don't know how it works. The coolant will go in through the other way. Right, anyways, I'm going to test it by leaving it on all day or overnight. Oh, the charging on my car stopped. Right, the handle's a little weird because this button is like shallow, but yeah, you can actually see frost building up here. It's slowly working its way down. So actually, I think it's going to slowly get colder. Yep, colder and colder down as the fluid goes. So it must cycle through this one first and then go through here. It seems it's getting a little bit cold on this one, but not much. All right, so I'll let it keep going, and I'll probably see you guys tomorrow because I'm going to just leave it on overnight and see how it goes. Alright, so if you have a passenger with short legs, you can actually move the seat forward. I raised it higher because raising it higher allows this to actually lean back more, because you see how this is further here. So I raised it up and then we had more room. I was able to lean this back and slide it back a little more. The nice thing with these doors is if you have it facing the wrong way, because this is easier to access from outside, but if you want it to access from inside, you can just figure out which way, wiggle that, and then you can flip it over and you can have access this way. Very nice. Alright, so very useful. Alright, and then yeah, this is a very useful feature, having the door that can just swing out like that. Then get that line back up. All right, and you can access the controls from here. From outside it's easy, and the person up here doesn't have to move their seat. All right, so now as you can see with the fridge back here, okay, just to fit this however you want. All right, easy access to the fridge and the freezer. Oh, you'll have to move the seat forward to be able to access that. So yeah, if you want to have access to both doors, the nice thing is back here you have access to this control. I can move the seat forward just enough, and then I can open this all the way. Nice. All right, so there you go. And this is still getting cold. It's slowly going down, the coldness, the cold bars. Oh yeah, now it's getting nice and frosty in here. This one's getting really icy too. So you can see I set 34 degrees in there, Fahrenheit, and this one's -4 in the small one. So the small one will be the freezer. Obviously you can adjust. All right, and then this is also about the Cybertruck as well. You can see I can move the seat back from the screen, so I can have however much I need. Nice. All right, there we go. And this ice chest will stay in place. Again, I set this back part all the way up. This you can adjust a little higher or lower depending on how you want your legs, but you can see it's kind of cramped there. So you can have this for shorter people. If you're doing long road trips, you can tell the taller person to sit back there and have a shorter person here. For me, I'm what, like 5'6", 5'7", and I mean, it's okay if I keep my feet down here. If it's here, it's a little bit too close. If I take off my shoes, it's not bad. So for a short person, if you're going on a long road trip, you want to keep lots of stuff, maybe take turns going back and forth. But yeah, if you have kids, I guess you can have them be the ones that take the seat here. And make sure you don't lean it back too far. You don't want to damage your seat on the freezer. So yeah, it works. I can still sit here and have the freezer fridge in there. And if the person really wants to sit and you want to fit all your passengers, then obviously you just move the ice chest to the trunk. So depending how you want to have it set up. So there you go. Yep. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Alright, and here's what we got in the fridge and freezer. So in the freezer, there's some cream puffs, triple cut fries. We got lots of steaks in there. Okay, 3 of those. And bag of tater tots. So, lots of stuff in there. Okay. And in the fridge, what we got some Fiji water. We got lots of other drinks in here. You can see we got this Arizona. We got some Monsters. We got some Alanis. And we got 3 different kinds of Propel. And at the very bottom, 3 more Propels. So quite a big amount of storage. If this can was a little shorter, we could have fit another one right in there. But yeah. Alright, well, let's try and fit that mango back in there. Oh, I'm going to squish the mango now. Okay, there we go. Close it all up. That's pretty good. And you can see the temperature. The freezer is -2 degrees Fahrenheit, and the fridge is 45, 44. It's going to be down to 35 eventually. Alright, that's it. See you guys later. Bye.